Welcome to the Old Computer Museum channel, and today we're going to talk about a Commodore 64 game that's called Exile. Exile is a single-player action adventure type game, and it was made in 1988. It was available on the Acorn, Electron, the BBC Micro, Commodore 64. There's an Amiga and an Atari ST version and CD32. It's an arcade adventure. It's a single player. It's basically a side-scroller type game that is actually interesting. One of the most popular games according to So like I was saying, this is one of the highly acclaimed games among Commodore 64 users. Player takes the role of Mike Finn, a leading member of a space exploration organization called Columbus Force, who have been ordered to the planet Phoebus as part of a rescue mission. Finn is tasked with beating Commander David Sprake and the surviving crew of the disabled Pericles ship from a psychotic renegade genetic engineer, Triax, who appears briefly at the very start of the game, removing a vital piece of the equipment called the detonator for Mike's ship, the Perseus. So basically, we'll put unlimited here so we can live forever. At the beginning, you see the mad Triax that just stole one piece of the ship. He's gone somewhere and you have to find your piece and bring it back to basically go out, be able to leave with your ship. So basically you have different options and you go through a world that's a side-scroller type world. Mainly a lot of underground tunnels. And you pick up different objects and have to go through and try to stay alive to bring back all of the, well, that little part that you've seen here. It's a interesting game. Graphics are not super fantastic for a Commodore 64. I've seen better, but they're still quite nice. And gameplay is fun. But there's one little thing. If you are planning on downloading this one disc D64 to play on a emulator like this one, you will need instructions because there are a lot of keyboard keys that need to be pressed. Sound is very basic in the game. And basically you go here and you walk. So you get into the surface. Here I have a bomb. You've got these little birds that are pretty much harmless, but they try to prevent you and actually really and you pick up objects. You have to press the smaller than sign on your keyboard. Then you go. So here's the ship. We have to put the bomb because we have to enter, so I'll put the bomb right here. And we'll drop it here, pressing the letter M. You can press R to actually remember, R for remembering. By pressing R, you will remember basically the position where you are, so you can press R at any time and you hear that little noise. So basically you go down these little tunnels, try to pick up objects, guns, and find your missing part here. Okay. Smaller than... Fortunately my gun just fell, so I have the gun on. It's an okay thing because you see here how big this world is actually. This world is really major, and so you gotta go and survive here. I'm a little so you see these little force when you see the kind of little bubbles going through. There are different forces trying to attract you or repulse. It's very physical, you know, in a physics sense, a science sense of physics. And so depending on where you are, you see these little lasers that try to actually so as you go, you pick up objects and you have to find a way to actually you can put objects at different areas and then make a little note of where you were to remember. So pretty much game is really a side-scroller, shoot 'em up, and getting objects kind of adventure. Here we have a gun that you can pick up actually. So the major keys that I've found is smaller than will give you pick up objects. You have the R for remembering an area where you were. You have M to drop an object somewhere, and you also have you can press T that will kind of make you commit suicide and return back to the ship and start over. So different options are available. You have a limited, of course, life. I've cheated here by choosing unlimited, and so you have to be careful not to get shot too many times before going back. You see that there is a time counter at the bottom also, letting you know how much time is has passed, and also that energy that's at the bottom that says 22:06:05. It's kind of an energy shot that's there to basically this is the wrong thing that I did. I had to push it through the door, but anyway. So you get a hang of it. It's an entertaining game actually if you take the time. It's one of those games that takes a lot of time before you can really advance to and go to the different options and really go back to your ship with the part that you need actually. I'd give this game a score of about 7 out of 10. Entertaining, a little hard. If you're looking for a manual, an instruction manual for this game, it's available on Project C64 website, which is basically a website where most manuals for almost any game are available, so if you're looking for a manual for a game, that's the place to go, to the Project C64 website. So if you enjoy our look back at old games and reviewing them and giving you the info about the game, this is a one disc D64. It's available at the Arnold Commodore 64 website. And maybe you played this game, maybe you have fond memories or have a story to tell. Well, let us know what you thought of that game if you ever played it when you were younger. This is the first time I've seen Exile, actually. I've had a Commodore 64 and a Commodore 128, and I'd never seen this game before. So it's an interesting little game. And well, if you have a game of your own that you'd like us to talk about, let us know for Commodore 64, Amiga, Atari ST, or any console. We'll try to make that video. And hopefully you'll come back to the Old Computer Museum channel. Bye-bye.